Welcome to the live session of listening class. I am �𝐀𝐏𝐏 from IELTS Made Easy. I hope all of you are doing great and practicing a lot for your IELTS exam. If not, let's practice together. So before starting with the session, let me introduce you with the schedule. So we have classes at two different times, one at 12 noon and one at 7 p.m. in the evening. At 12 noon we have reading and listening session. Reading we usually cover on Monday, Tuesday and Friday, whereas listening on Wednesday and Thursday. On the other hand, we have class at 7 p.m. in the evening, that is on writing, writing on Thursday, Friday and speaking on Monday, Tuesday and Wednesdays. So we have classes at two different times, one at 12 noon and one at 7 p.m. in the evening from Monday until Friday. Alright, so in these live sessions, we provide detailed explanation to each module, vocabulary improvement and doubt clarification. So if you have any doubt related to listening, you can write in the chat box. I hope I will be able to solve all your doubts until the end of today's session. Right? So today we are having listening class. So अगर आपको कोई doubt है listening को लेकर, you can write it down. So welcome once again to the live session of listening class. I am �𝐿𝐻𝐿 Kaur. Hello Mohammed. You are always the first one to join. Very good. Hi Manpreet saying hello. Brown, Manjinder, Manjot Kaur, Davinder Singh, Krishan Kumar, Jasmine, Sukhwinder saying I'm good. आप कैसे हो? Hello Priti, Hardev, Lavi, Manjinder, Vijay, Bhagwant, Raghav Sharma. We do provide online classes, right? So you can contact on the number which I'll be sharing very soon. Hi Ravleen, hello Renu. Hi Hinesh, Rockers, Arjinder, Lavi, Karamjeet, Ravleen, Krishan. Map difficult hai, but today we are not going to cover the map, but yes, we will be covering in the coming session. So stay tuned with us. Hello Rajvinder, Sehaj, Be Like, Arshdi, Pavan, Kiran, Savvy, Ravleen again, Sasha, then we have Tanu. MCQ आज करने वाले हैं. कल भी हमने MCQ करे थे. Yes Rahul, we did MCQs yesterday also and today also we'll be doing. Hi Vijay, Tanveer, Vaibhav, Rahul, I'm good. Hi English Rockers, Rajvinder Kaur, Bhuvan, then we have BTS, Savvy, Banita, Brown, Patel, Asif. List of headings, that is in reading. I'm talking about listening today. Tomorrow we'll be covering that topic. Okay, so कल आप जरूर session attend करना, right? Hello Tanu, hi Savvy, Sehaj, welcome everybody once again to the live session of listening class. Those students who are new to this channel, I recommend them to download the Telegram application. That's the symbol. You can download it from the Play Store if you're using Android. If you're using iPhone, you can download it from your App Store. The name of the channel is IELTS capital underscore M capital ADE small underscore E capital ASY small. You need to search for this name and simply join the channel in order to get the free study material related to reading, listening, writing and speaking. Okay. राजविंदर कौर, आज हम लिसनिंग कर रहे हैं. सो इफ यू हैव एनी डाउट इन लिसनिंग यू मे आस्क. टुडे वी आर हैविंग लिसनिंग क्लास. टुमारो विल बी कवरिंग द रीडिंग क्लास. सॉरी. Alright, do subscribe the YouTube channel and hit the bell icon so that you can get the notifications. Other than this is not recorded session. These are live streaming sessions. However, you can view them if you like the video. So there is a like button below the video. Click on it. It will be added to your liked videos. इसे आप बाद में देख सकते हो. Because these are not recorded sessions. These are only live streaming sessions. Okay. So the students who are facing a lot of difficulties, as I can see that most of the students are facing a lot of difficulties in reading, listening as well as in writing, speaking. So guys, you can go for the personal classes, right? Because we have well-trained certified trainers who will help you to achieve your desired band scores in just single attempt. So do not waste your time at all. Book your slots. WhatsApp on the number which is visible on the screen, because I believe that writing and speaking के लिए आपको evaluator चाहिए होता है जो आपके essays को check करे, writings को check करे and of course your speaking part also, so that you can improve, right? So guys, अपना time मत खराब करो. Just wait, do not waste your time. WhatsApp on this number and book book your personal classes. Okay, you need not to go anywhere, कहीं जाने की ज़रूरत नहीं है, घर पे बैठ के आप पढ़ सकते हो आराम से, at what time you are comfortable, right? So book your slots over there. Okay, so let's start with listening today. So listening is same for both general as well as academic, so hence the score table is also same. So let's start. We are going to cover part 3 and part 4. और आपको पता है part 3 में MCQs होते हैं, and in part 4 we have complete the notes. So let's study part 3 and part 4 of listening module.
Part 3. You will hear two psychology.
Okay, I'll play the audio later on. So first we'll highlight the keywords. We have part 3 with us, right? As you can see, these are MCQs. हमेशा में part 3 में MCQs ही मिलते हैं, and the lengthiest one. ठीक है? So first of all we'll highlight the keywords. So part 3 questions 21 to 30 हैं. First questions हैं 21 to 24. These are MCQs, right? And you have to choose the correct option A, B or C, right? So ये multiple choice questions हैं. So just focus guys. Now I request everybody to please focus on listening part. And this is on assignment on sleep and dreams. Usually it is between 2 to 3 speakers. So you have to listen very carefully. See, listening is all about concentration. If you're not concentrating, of course you won't be able to get your desired plans. Okay, so concentrate on listening. Okay, so first question is, Luke read that one reason why we often forget dreams is that. Luke ने पढ़ा, read that, उसने पढ़ा, what he read that एक कारण that we often forget dreams. So these are my keywords. Very important to highlight the keywords. इसमें हमेशा आपको keywords को highlight करना चाहिए. If you really want to score all correct, 21 में से 24 questions, 21 out of 20 until 24 we have these questions, and if you want to score all correct, ठीक है, you need to highlight the keywords, because then only you can listen to the answer if you are highlighting the keywords. So answer question में keywords highlight करिए, and then in the options as well. Our memories cannot cope with too much information. First is memories cannot cope much information. That's the keyword. Cannot cope too much information. We might otherwise be confused about what is real. Confused what is real. These are the keywords. We do not think they are important. Not think important. वो ज़रूरी नहीं है. Important नहीं है. Okay. What do Luke and Susie agree about dreams predicting the future? किस चीज़ पे वो दोनों सहमत होते हैं? These are the students जो रिसर्च कर रहे होंगे. So on what they are agreeing about dreams predicting future. First one is it may just be due to chance. ऐसे ही हो जाए, maybe just be due to chance. Due to chance, that's the keyword. It only happens with certain types of event. Happens certain type of events, right? It happens more often than some people think. Happen more often. That's the keyword, more often, right? Let's move to the next one. Question number 23. So she says that a study on a preschool children having a short nap in the day. Study preschool children short nap day. These are the keywords. Had controversial results. Controversial results थे. Used faulty research methodology. गलत methodology use करी थी. Failed to reach any clear conclusion. Failed reach clear conclusions. That's the keywords. In their last assignment, both students had problems with. किस चीज़ में उनको problems थी? Both the students किस चीज़ में problem थी? Statistical analysis, making an action plan, and self-assessment. So these are the keywords. Now I'm going to play the audio. If it is audible, do let me know. Then we'll start with the session.
Part 3. You will hear two psychology students called Luke and Susie discussing their assignment on sleep and dreams. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24.
Yes, of course, Muhammad, they will give you time. अभी आपने audio सुना ही है. First, you have some time to look at questions 21 to 24. एंड मोर ओवर जो पार्ट 2 में वो आपको टाइम देते हैं, यू कैन इवन यूटिलाइज दैट टाइम. सो आप वो वाला टाइम और ये वाला टाइम मिला के यू विल हैव अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 45 सेकेंड्स, और 4 क्वेश्चन पढ़ने में ज़्यादा टाइम नहीं लगता है. सो क्विकली यू हियर आई एम टेकिंग टाइम to highlight the keywords, but in your real exam you have to do this quickly. You have to highlight all the keywords quickly. आपको जल्दी से करना होगा. Okay, so they have given us time to read all the questions from 21 to 24. See, this is the time they have given to us. Yes, Patel Darshan, we have paid classes. You need to contact on the number which is visible on the screen.
Now listen carefully and answer questions 21 to 24.
Yes, guys, listen carefully.
So, Luke, for our next psychology assignment, we have to do something on sleep and dreams.
Right. I've just read an article suggesting why we tend to forget most of our dreams soon after we wake up. I mean, most of my dreams aren't that interesting anyway. But what it said was that if we remembered everything, we might get mixed up about what actually happened and what we dreamed. So, it's a sort of protection. I hadn't heard that idea before. I'd always assumed that it was just that we didn't have room in our memories for all that stuff.
Me too. What do you think about the idea that our dreams may predict the future?
It's a belief that you get all over the world.
Yeah, lots of people have a story of it happening to them. But the explanation I've read is that for each dream that comes true, we have thousands that don't, but we don't notice those. We don't even remember them. We just remember the ones where something in the real world, like a view or an action, happens to trigger a dream memory.
Right. So it's just a coincidence, really. Something else I read about is what they call segmented sleeping. That's a theory that hundreds of years ago, people used to get up in the middle of the night and have a chat or something to eat, then go back to bed. So I tried it myself.
Why?
Well, it's meant to make you more creative. I don't know why, but I gave it up after a week. It just didn't fit in with my lifestyle.
All right. Okay, I'm going to write down the answers, and I've also written the keywords to that. Yes, of course, Amandeep Chauhan, you can also get the class only for speaking as well. आप एक मॉड्यूल की भी ले सकते हो, 2 मॉड्यूल्स की, depends upon you. You can go for 2, 3 or all the 4 modules, even a single module, right? You need to simply contact on the number which is visible on the screen for the same. Okay, 21 answer was कि it's not interesting. Then mixed up हो जाता है. Mixed up means confusion. Mixed up का मतलब होता है confusion. So we might otherwise be confused about what is real. So 21 is B, and 22 is just a coincidence. It is not that it predicts our future. It is actually just a coincidence, means it may be due to chance. So A is the right option for this. 21 is B, 22 is A. I hope it is clear. If there is any doubt, you can write it down. I'll play the audio again, otherwise we'll move to the next questions. Amandeep, you need to contact on the number for fee as well. Simply contact on this number for all the details. Yes, guys. Any doubt? You can write in the chat box, otherwise I'll move to the next questions. Okay, one student is saying to repeat 21. It means I have to repeat 22 also. Yes. Okay, I'm going to repeat it again.
Part 3. Questions 21 to
Yes, please guys, listen carefully.
24.
So, Luke, for our next psychology assignment, we have to do something on sleep and dreams.
Right. I've just read an article suggesting why we tend to forget most of our dreams soon after we wake up. I mean, most of my dreams aren't that interesting anyway. But what it said was that if we remembered everything, we might get mixed up about what actually happened and what we dreamed. So it's a sort of protection. I hadn't heard that idea before. I'd always assumed that it was just that we didn't have room in our memories for all that stuff.
Me too. What do you think about the idea that our dreams may predict the future?
It's a belief that you get all over the world.
Yeah, lots of people have a story of it happening to them, but the explanation I've read is that for each dream that comes true, we have thousands that don't, but we don't notice those. We don't even remember them. We just remember the ones where something in the real world, like a view or an action, happens to trigger a dream memory.
Right. So it's just a coincidence, really. Something else I read about is what they call segmented sleeping. That's a theory.
I hope it is clear to everyone. The answer to 22 is A. It's just a coincidence, means it occurs due to a chance, by chance only. Yes, 21 is B and 22 is A. If it is still not clear, you can rewind the video and watch it again. Right? Yes, of course, Lavlesh, Sani, for speaking also you need to contact on the number which is visible on the screen. Let's move to the next questions now, 23 and 24. Listen carefully and write your answers. 23 and 24, here we go.
But most preschool children have a short sleep in the day, don't they? There was an experiment some students did here last term to see at what age kids should stop having naps, but they didn't really find an answer. They spent a lot of time working out the most appropriate methodology, but the results didn't seem to show any obvious patterns.
Right. Anyway, let's think about our assignment. Last time I had problems with the final stage, where we had to describe and justify how successful we thought we'd been. I struggled a bit with the action plan too.
I was okay with the planning, but I got marked down for the self-assessment as well. And I had big problems with the statistical stuff. That's where I really lost marks.
Right.
Before you hear the rest of the discussion, you have some time to look at questions 25.
Okay guys, I'm going to write down. Akshay, I have already repeated the 22nd question as well as the 21 question. If you want to listen it again, you can actually rewind the video and watch it again. Right? Okay, so 23rd is, I've written the hints over here that experiment conduct करा था some students on preschool children having a short nap. So no find, not find an answer, उनको answer नहीं मिला था. No result, no result was the keyword. No results means conclusion नहीं, result का मतलब होता है conclusion. They were not able to find out any answer means no conclusion and no obvious patterns. So the answer to this is fail to reach any clear conclusion. So 23 is C. In their last assignment उन्होंने बोला both students had problem. दोनों को किस में problem थी? दोनों को problem थी self assessment में. So C was the answer. क्योंकि जो सुशी या दूसरा student था, he was actually, he or one was male and other was female. So जो female थी उसे problem थी, in action plan उसका सही था, लेकिन male was having problem in the both self assessment. उसमें उन्होंने they have dropped down. So they use that word. So that's why the answer is self-assessment. I hope it is clear. So both the answers are C. If you have any doubt, you can write in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll move to the next questions. 24th is not A. Statistical analysis में दोनों को problem थी. See the keyword यहाँ पे था both. Both the students had problems with dash. Not individual, both. Yes, I'm giving you 30 seconds. If you have any doubt, write in the chat box. Otherwise, we'll move to the next one. Yes, guys, any doubt you can write in the chat box. Raga Sharma, this type of listening is asked in the final exam because this is from the Cambridge books. C, it is self-assessment. Okay, I'm going to play it again because most of the students are saying.
To 30.
Well,
But most preschool children have a short sleep in the day, don't they? There was an experiment some students did here last term to see at what age kids should stop having naps, but they didn't really find an answer. They spent a lot of time working out the most
They didn't find any answer. They did spend a lot of time.
appropriate methodology, but the results didn't seem to show any obvious patterns.
right.
ठीक है, उन्होंने बोला कि मेथोडोलॉजी भी उन्होंने अच्छी यूज करी थी, तो ये ऑप्शन कैंसिल हो जाएगा. कंट्रोवर्शियल की बात, रिजल्ट्स तो मिले ही नहीं उनको, so they failed to reach any clear conclusion.
Anyway, let's think about our assignment. Last time I had problems with the final stage, where we had to describe and justify how successful we thought we'd been. I struggled a bit with the action plan too.
I struggled with the action plan too. उसने बोला कि मैं action plan से भी struggle हुआ, मतलब वो भी मेरे से नहीं हुआ था, right? But she said मेरा ठीक था वो.
I was okay with the planning, but I got marked down for the self-assessment as well.
I got marked down for the self assessment. Means लड़की ने बोला कि action plan मेरा ठीक था, तो दोनों student में से एक का तो सही था, ठीक था, so B is not the right option. So self assessment अब सुनते हैं clearly.
And I had big problems with the statistical stuff. That's where I really lost marks.
Right.
तो उसका statistical analysis भी गलत था, but लड़के ने नहीं बोला, so both were not there, so A and B option simply crossed down and self assessment is the right answer. I hope it is clear. Yes, of course, I have repeated. I hope it is clear to you. Sukhman, Shalini, Brown, Ravi, Arjinder, Manpreet. I hope it is clear to everybody. I've already repeated the audio again. If it is still not clear, you can rewind the video and watch it again. Let's move to the next questions now. Question number 25 until 30. Complete the flow chart below, and it's very important to read instructions. So the instructions are saying one word only. So it is about the assignment plan, right? Decide on research question. First is decide on research question. Is there a relationship between hours of sleep and a number of dreams? Then you have to decide on the sample. 12 students from the dash department. किस department से students लिए उन्होंने? 12 students from dash department. So you have to name the department. Here is the name of the department you have to listen for. I am giving you the hint. Next we have 26. Decide on methodology. कौन सा method use हुआ था? Methodology was self-reporting. And then you have to decide on the procedure. Answers on dash. Answers on किसके ऊपर answers हैं? So that's my keyword. Answers on dash. Then you have check ethical guidelines for working with dash. Check ethical guidelines for working with dash. You have to listen carefully. Ensure that risk is assessed and dash is kept to a minimum. Ensure करना है कि risk को आपने analyze करा है and dash is kept, क्या चीज़ आपको कम रखनी है, which is kept minimum. Listen carefully for that.
We have to think.
And then we have 29 and 30. Analyze the results and calculate the correlation and make a dash. Correlation को calculate करें and you have to make a dash. Listen carefully what we have to make. And the last is dash the research. What you have to do with the research. So listen carefully for these questions. I'm going to play the audio. Write your answers from 25 until 30 in the chat box.
And answer questions 25 to 30.
So, shall we plan what we have to do for this assignment?
Okay.
First, we have to decide on our research question. So, how about Is there a relationship between hours of sleep and number of dreams?
Okay. Then we need to think about who we'll do the study on. About 12 people?
Right. And shall we use other psychology students?
Let's use people from a different department. What about history?
Yes, they might have interesting dreams. Or literature students.
I don't really know any.
Okay, forget that idea. Then we have to think about our methodology. So we could use observation, but that doesn't seem appropriate.
No. It needs to be self-reporting, I think. And we could ask them to answer questions online.
But in this case, paper might be better, as they'll be doing it straight after they wake up. In fact, while they're still half asleep.
Right. And we'll have to check the ethical guidelines for this sort of research.
Because our experiment involves humans, so there are special regulations.
Yes. I had a look at those for another assignment I did. There's a whole section on risk assessment, and another section on making sure they aren't put under any unnecessary stress.
Let's hope they don't have any bad dreams.
Yeah.
Then, when we've collected all our data, we have to think about our data, we have to analyse it and calculate the correlation between our two variables. That's time sleeping and number of dreams. And then present our results visually in a graph.
Right, and the final thing is to think about our research and evaluate it. So that seems quite straightforward.
Yeah. So now let's get started.
Okay, I'm going to write down the answers. Right. So different I have written as a hint. That's not the answer, Sukhvinder Singh. Do not copy the words which I am writing. These are not the answers. Of course, I am not writing down the answers. Okay. And yes, of course, Lovelace Sani, in your real exam, nobody is going to repeat the audio. The audio will be played only once. So आपको प्रैक्टिस ऐसी करनी चाहिए कि वहाँ पे तो ऑडियो प्ले होनी नहीं है दोबारा. सो ट्राई टू लिसन वेरी केयरफुली व्हेन इट इज़ प्लेड. ठीक है, बिकॉज इन योर फाइनल एग्जाम द ऑडियो विल बी प्लेड वंस. ऑलराइट, सो आई एम गोइंग टू राइट डाउन द आंसर. इट वाजंट साइकोलॉजी. उसने बोला था साइकोलॉजी से ले लें. ही सेड नहीं, हम किसी डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट से ले लेते हैं. दैट इज हिस्ट्री. So history is the right answer for this. Right. Next. Decide on procedures. Answers on paper. So 26th is paper. 27th is check ethical guidelines for working with human. क्योंकि वो humans के ऊपर कर रहे हैं, so you have to check with humans. Ensure that risk is assessed and dash is kept minimum. Stress is kept minimum.
We have
Then we have analyze the results, calculate the correlation and make a visually बनाना पड़ेगा a graph. So here the answer is graph. And then you have to evaluate the research. Right. So these are the right answers, and do not ask me to repeat it. You can rewind the video and watch it again, because we are going to move to the next part. You can simply rewind the video and watch it again.
data.
Okay, results is not the answer, Manpreet, because it is already written. Analyze the results. तो उसका आंसर make a result नहीं आएगा. Make a results doesn't sounds right. Okay, so the students who are facing difficulty, I recommend them to rewind the video and watch it again, since we have to move to the next part also. Otherwise ये part रह जाएगा. Right. So we'll be covering the part 4 now. Let's quickly highlight the keywords. Part 4, question 31 to 40. You have to complete the notes, and it is one word only, and it's about health benefits of dance. Okay, let's see what are the benefits of dancing. Recent findings: all forms of dance produce various hormones associated with feelings of happiness. Okay, Dancing with others has a more positive impact than dancing alone. अगर आप किसी के साथ करो ज़्यादा impact पड़ता है. An experiment on university students suggested that dance increases dash. What is increases? Okay, so university students ने कुछ experiment करा and dance से क्या increase होता है? You have to listen carefully for that. For those with mental illness, dance could be used as a form of dash. जिनको mental illness है, so they can use dance as a form of dash. Okay. Listen carefully.
Part 4.
Then we have the another questions. Benefits of dance for older people. Accessible for people with low levels of dash. ये किसके लिए accessible है? जिन लोगों में क्या चीज़ कम है. Reduce the risk of heart diseases. Better dash reduce the risk of accident. क्या चीज़ better होती है जिसकी वजह से risk of accidents कम हो जाते हैं. Improves. क्या चीज़ improve करता है? That function by making it work faster. Improve participants' general well-being means health. Gives people more dash to take exercise. क्या चीज़ ज़्यादा देता है to take exercise. Can lessen the feeling of dash. किस चीज़ की feeling कम हो जाती है which is very common in older people. Next. Question number 38, 39, 40. Benefits of Zumba. That's another form of dance, exercising. A study at the University of Wisconsin showed that Zumba for 40 minutes uses up as many dash. क्या चीज़ वो use कर लेता है 40 minutes अगर करेंगे as other quite intense forms of exercise. The American Journal of Health Behavior study showed that women suffering from dash benefited from doing Zumba. Women जो सफ़र कर रही हैं क्या चीज़ उनको कोई प्रॉब्लम है जिसको जुम्बा करने से काफ़ी फ़ायदा हुआ है. Zumba became a dash for the participant. What it became for the participants, right? So listen carefully and write your answers from 31 to 40 in your chat box. I'm going
Part
to play
4.
the audio.
You will hear a sports science student giving...
Yes, please listen carefully and write your answers for part 4. Right? I'm going to play the audio now. Okay, are you guys ready for this? Then only I'll play the audio. Now, maybe you're committing smelling mistakes. That could be the reason. And go for right spellings. Otherwise, check your singular, plural also. Maybe that could be the reason. Right? Work on that. I hope you guys are okay with this. You guys are ready. So then only I'll play the audio. Yes, you guys are ready. That's great. Okay, ready. I'm going to play the audio. Listen carefully and write your answers from 31 to 40.
A presentation on the health benefits of dance. First, you have some time to look at questions 31 to 40.
Yes, they are giving us some time to look at the questions. अब देखिए last part में आपने सारे questions पढ़ लेने होते हैं 31 to 40 in single go. Because the audio will be continued played. इसमें कोई pause नहीं होगा.
And answer questions 31 to 40.
Dancing is something that humans do when they want to have a good time. It's a universal response to music found in all cultures. But what's only been discovered recently is that dancing not only makes us feel good, it's also extremely good for our health. Dancing, like other forms of exercise, releases hormones, such as dopamine, which make us feel relaxed and happy. And it also reduces feelings of stress or anxiety. Dancing is also a sociable activity, which is another reason it makes us feel good. One study compared people's enjoyment of dancing at home in front of a video with dancing in a group in a studio. The people dancing in a group reported feeling happier, whereas those dancing alone did not. In another experiment, university researchers at York and Sheffield took a group of students and sent each of them into a lab where music was played for 5 minutes. Each had to choose from 3 options: to sit and listen quietly to the music, to cycle on an exercise bike while they listened, or to get up and dance. All were given cognitive tasks to perform before and after. The result showed that those who chose to dance showed much more creativity when doing problem-solving tasks. Dr. Lovett at the University of Hertfordshire believes dance could be a very useful way to help people suffering from mental health problems. He thinks dance should be prescribed as therapy to help people overcome issues such as depression.
Okay, so I've written the answer. Creativity is the answer, right? So here creativity is the answer. उन्होंने काफ़ी they spoke it later on and the result shows that जिन्होंने dance choose करा था they were very creativity. Okay, creativity is the answer. So check your spelling. These are the right spelling. And for those with mental illness, dance could be used as a form of therapy. It can be used as a therapy. Very good. Most of the students have written it correctly. Just check your spellings, right? Let's move to the next questions quickly. Okay, listen for these now.
It's well established that dance is a good way of encouraging adolescent girls to take exercise. But what about older people? Studies have shown that there are enormous benefits for people in their 60s and beyond. One of the great things about dance is that there are no barriers to participation. Anyone can have a go, even those whose standard of fitness is quite low. Dance can be especially beneficial for older adults who can't run or do more intense workouts, or for those who don't want to. One 2015 study found that even a gentle dance workout helps to promote a healthy heart. And there's plenty of evidence which suggests that dancing lowers the risk of falls, which could result in a broken hip, for example, by helping people to improve their balance. There are some less obvious benefits of dance for older people too. One thing I hadn't realised before researching this topic was that dance isn't just a physical challenge. It also requires a lot of concentration, because you need to remember different steps and routines. For older people, this kind of activity is especially important because it forces their brain to process things more quickly and to retain more information. Current research also shows that dance promotes a general sense of well-being in older participants, which can last up to a week after a class. Participants report feeling less tired and having greater motivation to be more active and do daily activities such as gardening or walking to the shops or a park. Ballroom or country dancing, both popular with older people, have to be done in groups. They require collaboration and often involve touching a dance partner, all of which encourages interaction on the dance floor. This helps to develop new relationships and can reduce older people's sense of isolation, which is a huge problem in many countries. I also looked at the benefits of Zumba. 15
Okay, so I've written the answers. So 33 is fitness with low levels of fitness. It is even accessible for people who is having low level of fitness. reduces the risk of heart disease, better balance reduces the risk of accidents. Fall नहीं आंसर है, balance maintain करना was the answer. It improves the brain because you have to remember the steps, so brain functioning भी अच्छी होती है, and it improves the general well-being, and gives people more motivation to take exercise, and it can also reduce isolation, means अकेलापन, right? So let's move to the next one.
Part 4.
Okay, let's move to the next one now. That is benefits of Zumba. Listen carefully.
I also looked at the benefits of Zumba. 15 million people in 180 countries now regularly take a Zumba class, an aerobic workout based on Latin American dance moves. John Porcari, a professor of exercise and sports science at the University of Wisconsin, analysed a group of women who were Zumba regulars and found that a class lasting 40 minutes burns about 370 calories. This is similar to moderately intense exercises like step aerobics or kickboxing. A study in the American Journal of Health Behaviour showed that when women with obesity did Zumba 3 times a week for 16 weeks, they lost an average of 1.2 kilos and lowered their percentage of body fat by 1%. More importantly, the women enjoyed the class so much that they made it a habit and continued to attend classes at least once a week. Very unusual for an aerobic exercise program.
Okay, so I hope it is clear. So benefits of Zumba: 370 calories reducing. It was one word only. 40 minutes में it can reduce 370 calories. So calories is the answer. And women who are suffering from obesity, they have actually benefited from the Zumba, and the Zumba has become their habit for the participants. उनकी आदत बन जाती है. ठीक है? So I hope it is clear. And if it is not clear, you can actually rewind the video and watch it again for the audio. Right? For audio, you can search. These are the answers. You can check it out. And to get free study material, you can join us on our Telegram channel. It is IELTS capital _ M capital AD small _ E capital ASY small. That's great. Very good. If your all answers are correct. So you can download this PDF file. I'll be sharing with you guys very soon. So download the file and do it as a homework again. For the audio, you can write Zumba classes listening. You'll get the audio, right? Otherwise, I've already shared those QR codes. You can scan it and you'll get the audio from there. So the students who are facing a lot of difficulties, I believe you should go for paid online classes. Book your slots because we provide individual focus, writing, speaking evaluations, and listening and reading doubts. And believe me, once you join our personal classes, you can get your desired band scores in just a single attempt. So book your slots, do not waste your times. So thank you so much for joining today's session. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time with reading class. Right, till then keep practicing, and you can WhatsApp on the number which is visible on the screen for the paid online classes. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye, take care, God bless you all, and thank you once again. Ramneet Kaur, you can get the PDF file from the Telegram channel. The link is already shared in the description box. It is IELTS capital _ M capital ADE small _ E capital ASY small. So thank you for joining today's session. I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Bye bye, take care.